After a wild opener, we get back at it in Game 2 of the NBA Finals on EA Sports. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the back-to-back defending NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors. Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They were victorious in Game 1, and that's what you want to begin any series, but especially the NBA Finals.
And Game 1 went as expected, but now, as the higher seed, you still got to take care of business in Game 2. As a road team, all you're looking to do is split one of these first 2 games.
Nothing going here on that drive. No good. Defense catching a break there.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him, make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
Simmons to Embiid. And the rebound taken by the Warriors. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Just underway. Happy you're with us for Game 2. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Curry into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Embiid says not this time.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Simmons into the front court. He'll run the offense. Add 2 points to the board.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. It's Steph at the controls. And he's going to the line to shoot.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Stephen Curry, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 90% at the line. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Sixers control it. Simmons to Embiid. Joel Embiid missed his first. That one goes.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Stephen Curry with a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Embiid. Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Let's go Sixers!
At the line
That's
for
what
a
I'm
chance
talking
at a
about. Let's go
3-point play.
Philly!
For his career, 77% at the line.
Joel Embiid coming
Free
up
throws good to
big.
cement the
Game 2
3-point
NBA
play. The
Finals.
lead is back down to 1.
Season 4, 2018. Let's go
Curry
Sixers!
into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Why
Give me
even
that.
try that
Let's
time?
go!
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the
Simmons.
mistakes.
Let's
Yes,
go!
and a foul.
talking
He'll have a
about,
chance at a
man.
3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
off the mark on his free throw. Here's Curry with it up top. Down by one. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
They'll get it down to Johnson, and he's going to the free throw line.
There's a fine line between being active and being a detriment. You don't want to keep giving up extra possessions.
Amir Johnson at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 67%. First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Curry to bring it up. It's a 1-point game, 13-12. Here comes the screen. Curry to Cousins. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
And draws the foul.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. McConnell to Fultz. For 3, his first effort off the mark. Kevin Durant. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Fultz with the basketball. Down 6. From the painted area, won't go down.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Fultz. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Whoops, that won't go. Curry with the basketball. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Steph Curry. He's 3 for 7.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
KD with the rock. To Curry.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. And counted at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Curry into the front court. Leads 4. Steph Curry, now 4 for 9.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
The drive, right to the basket. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. That misses with a second to go. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in game number 2, and we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Second quarter about to start. Jay, this has felt like a game of horse. It was shot for shot in the opening period.
Well, the offense is hitting on all cylinders. Great ball movement, great shooting, great passing. But my goodness, has the defense been horrific. Can we do something about that, please, in the second quarter?
Curry with the ball. To Thompson. Not today.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Curry to Cousins. Trying to cash in. Shot by Thompson, no good. To Fultz. Has a chance. Markelle Fultz. 3 for 6 now.
Everybody knows the story about how Markelle shot really struggled last year. I got the cure. It's called amnesia. Last year never happened. This year is the only year that matters. Let your game continue to establish itself, and your game doesn't have to be what it was before. It can have its own new dimension.
That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Curry. Count it. Three-pointer is good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
In the front court comes Simmons. Leads just a point. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Redick. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Possession lies with Golden State. Curry to Thompson. Curry to Thompson. Nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Now down 6. Short jumper won't go down. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 of 4 now.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Curry has it to Thompson. No good, and no foul. Redick with it. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. To Simmons. Fires the 3, and the rebound taken by Golden State. Cousins to Thompson. Livingston to Thompson. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Beyond the arc for 3. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
And hits the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Curry into the front court, trailing by 10. To Thompson. Curry misfires. It's no good. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. deep three at the buzzer. We've reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The 76ers entered halftime with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Warriors were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game.
Game track. Bench points.
The Golden State Warriors had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid tallied a lot of blocks in the first half and really made his presence known on the defensive end. I bet we end up seeing the opposition get even more timid around him.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Simmons lets it fly from beyond the arc, buries it on the catch and shoot.
There it goes in. The fact of the matter is some players aren't taking that shot on a regular basis, but still have the confidence to make them when you need them to.
Curry to Green. Curry. That's good D. Shot no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office.
Curry. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Simmons, going to launch beyond the arc, and it's rebounded by Green. Slam dunk, Shaun Livingston.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Golden State at the controls. Curry to Thompson. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Simmons to Redick. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's Steph Curry with the rock. Driving right to the basket.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To Embiid. Redick. Off the mark. No good. Joel Embiid. Looking good. 4 for 5.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Livingston to Thompson. Embiid says not this time.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Livingston to bring it up. Trailing by 15. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. To Redick. Add 2 points to the board.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Count the basket inside.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Markelle Fultz. Off the mark. Surprised he took that one.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
I got ball.
Fultz. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To Redick. Here's a chance from long range. J.J. Redick. He's going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. Second and 3 is good. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Warriors have the basketball to Green. Draymond Green. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Durant across the timeline. Final minute to play in this third quarter. That is great vision to set it up. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Durant with the basketball up top. 14-point deficit. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Markelle Fultz goes to the right side. Redick. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Here's Curry with it up top. Looking to make something happen to Cousins. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
It's Curry controlling the offense. Durant, offensive board, slams it home on the putback.
You see, to a lot of people, it's an oxymoron when you hear the word superstar and the phrase doing all the little things, but that's what the great ones do.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. Third quarter comes to an end, and a great start for the 76ers. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Fultz with a shot off the mark. Durant across the timeline. The deficit now up to 12. Gets a look. Can't hit to Fultz. Markelle Fultz. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the plays before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. 1 bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Fultz to McConnell. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Durant. 4-3. It's no good. Shots not going down. Nothing going here on that drive. From long range. He'll take that any day.
The post-shot confidence is everything. He's still running down the court, holding his extension.
It's Golden State basketball. Livingston to Cousins. Draymond Green. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Green to Cousins. Throws it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Simmons. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Curry to bring it up. His guys down 11. Durant to Green. Curry. Rebound taken by the Sixers. And he hits.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Simmons fires the three. Rebound Cousins. Durant to Curry for three. Not that time. Sixers have the basketball. Redick to Simmons. Fires the three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Curry with the basketball. Down 11 to Green. Thompson to Green. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. To Redick. Can't connect from in close. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Curry into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Durant to Thompson. From the painted area, won't go down. Redick with it. He'll run the offense. Beyond the arc for three. He buries it.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Warriors basketball. Curry. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
J.J. Redick. Now 4 for 9.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Redick. He engulfed him that time. Embiid to Simmons. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He was 0 for 6 to start. Let's see if that three turns things around.
Well, there's this old saying, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. This is why you've been practicing in the offseason so hard. You never let one miss deter you from taking the next.
Now that's a contest.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
The Sixers are victorious. They claim their second ever championship in what was their 5th consecutive NBA Finals appearance. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers added a win with today's solid victory. And of course I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the 3-ball, and it was instrumental to their success. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Warriors couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors.
Game trap. Assists.
The Philadelphia 76ers showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped, and when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.